Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Mellie for those who don't know, and I am back at it again with another video. So today I thought that I would just sit down and just kind of talk to you guys. Just do a bit of a sit down video, y'all, because I have tried to vlog, but it just does not feel authentic. It does not feel right. And I think I just need to just kind of update you guys properly about what's been going on in my life. I think I've just been trying to move like everything is okay and everything is fine. And the thing about long form content is just it just requires a lot more vulnerability and openness than all the other platforms, because like short form is short form, you can just show up and do your thing. But when it comes to long form, it's a little bit tricky to try to hide things. And even for me, it just, as I said, it just didn't feel authentic trying to vlog. And I mean, I've been telling myself that I will try to wait until I felt like I was ready, try to wait until the perfect timing. So I know it's been a while, and I did post 2 videos, and I ended up deleting them after a couple days because, as I said, it just, guys, it just didn't feel authentic. It didn't feel real. And a part of me knew that I was hiding. I was kind of pretending and just putting on this facade for the camera. So I have no idea if this video is gonna go up, but I really hope that it will, because I really do want to get back on YouTube. I really want to get back on back into vlogging. So I'm just gonna try to sit down a little bit. So if you want to hang around, make sure grab something to eat. I have a bit cook here with me and some water. So I'm gonna be snacking on that and kind of talking to you guys and just try my best to put in words what I've been going through and genuinely vocalize it in a way that just feels authentic, vulnerable, and just thorough to me. So I'm gonna try my best, y'all, so just bear with me. But I think the first major update is that I am no longer in a relationship. So I am currently a single gal and I've been single since last year, November. So my ex-partner and we were together for about a year and some change. Yeah, a year and a couple months. And things didn't work out in the end. And it's been really difficult. Like, I'm someone, I really like making sense of things. Like, things end and it happens, and that's cool and that's fine. But I'm genuinely someone, I love to just do a deep dive into myself and into who I was in the relationship, what mistakes I made that caused things to fall apart, because everybody has a role to play, right? And it's just been hard wrapping my head around everything. And honestly, my main thing is that my relationship with God has just been really just going through the most, because there's just a lot of things that I just don't understand. And as I said, guys, I really don't know if I have the words to kind of just put everything into perspective for you guys. But in terms of the breakup, I genuinely do feel like a peace in my heart. I have been feeling a peace in my heart ever since we went our separate ways. I genuinely do believe that it was meant to happen in that way. And me and this person, we were very intentional on being married. And during those very deep conversations, when you're just intentional in your dating and intentional in knowing that you want to be able to be with someone that you can possibly see a future with, there is going to be a lot of deep conversations that will come up, because it's the two of you guys merging your lives together, merging your families together, like merging your vision for the future. Like everything just gets merged into one. So it's very important and very vital to just have conversations there before just jumping into that commitment. So a lot of conversations were being had, and yeah, that's when the relationship started being rocky. Like, guys, this relationship was just, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful. It was really amazing. I was really happy. And like in my heart of hearts, I was just like, I'm going to marry this man. Like, this is my husband. Hi, Kesana. This is so good. That's good, yeah. I'm having my fit cook with jam and butter, and it's just so amazing. But yeah, it kind of felt like a slap in the face. You know, when you're so sure about something, guys. I mean, like, zero doubts. Do you guys know how hard it is to be in a relationship with someone where you have zero doubts? Like, it's kind of almost impossible. Like, there's always some kind of doubt, right? But with this relationship, man, I had zero doubts. And I mean, everyone around me knew that I was madly in love with this person, you know? I was I was very open about it. So, man, I felt like a slap in the face. I felt like an angel from heaven said, "You said this is going to be a what?" And I don't know if you guys can see, but I literally have like a palm just right here because I was slapped so hard by an angel. And it's just like, and I don't know if I'm trying to be too analytical about it and trying to make too much sense of it, but I did learn a lot of things about myself towards the end of that relationship when we were having those conversations. It taught me a lot about myself, things that I didn't even know, things that he didn't even know, that came to the surface. And yeah, I definitely think that that relationship and that breakup is still something that I'm processing, and something that I will be processing for a while, because as I said, I really just want to give myself time. And as much as I have had the urge, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, why would I lie? As much as I've had the urge to jump into something new, I really do believe that it's important for me to just really take my time to process a whole bunch of things, because yeah, it's just, I can't just move on from someone that I deeply loved and just move on and move on to the next person and just pretend like it didn't happen. And I mean, a part of me, yes, I do believe in like everything happens for a reason, like that's true. But I really do also believe in just reflecting, doing my part in reflecting, because repeating mistakes is something that I hate. It's a very huge pet peeve for me. Like, it's a personal thing. I hate repeating the same mistakes, you know? And I mean, yes, it happens, but at least let me try to do my part in being intentional about it not happening. At the end of the day, I'm human. It's not always that I'm gonna make one mistake once and that will be it, and I will never ever till the day I die make that mistake ever again. Like, no. But I don't want to be oblivious to the fact that I made a mistake and just process that. So I'm really taking the time to really reflect and really think about like what's really going on, because I really do believe that people aren't just in your life for vibes. It's not just vibes, dog. It's really deep. And it's important for me to really ponder when those people are no longer in my life, people that I thought would be in my life for a really long time, when things end up not working out. I feel like I go super analytical. I overthink every single thing, every single moment, because I need something. Like, I need an answer. I genuinely do. Like, I need to know, like, as much as obviously I know why we separated and why we decided to go our separate ways, but I need something deeper. Like, I need something spiritual. I need something from God. you know, something that I may not have seen. I need him to tell me something, you know? So that has been something that I have been navigating. And as I said, as much as there's this peace in my heart about the separation with this person, there's also still a lot of things that I am processing in the background, because I spoke about God. I spoke to God about this person. I told God everything. And God would talk back and he would respond. And the ending of that relationship was not in alignment with the conversations that me and God was having. So that's why I spoke about my relationship with God feels tricky, because now I'm asking myself, am I crazy? Or is God crazy? And I mean, I don't think anyone's allowed to say it's God. So apparently it's me. Apparently I'm the crazy one. You know, like the breakup was just not in alignment with the conversations that God and I were having. And because I'm someone who journal, I have been going through my past journals, like just like going through my past journals, recalling past conversations I've been having with God. And I'm kind of, honestly, guys, I'm in a rabbit hole of questioning everything, which is something that happens very often. And I really don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, but it's like I can't help it. Like, I genuinely can't stop. Just like, it just doesn't make sense, you know? It doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure if I'm tripping. I don't know if I heard the wrong thing. I pride myself so much in having this deep and intimate relationship with God, but there are certain things that happen, and there's certain moments in my life where I'm like, am I crazy? Like, am I actually am I crazy to think that I am able to have an intimate relationship with God? Because I don't know. Like, is it real? Like, there's moments in my life where I'm just like, dude, like, am I just crazy? Am I hearing voices in my head? Is it just me, or is it really the Holy Spirit? And honestly, I never get the answers to that. I don't know how other people in their relationships with God, how they doing personally, but me, Sana, I'm just like, what's going on? And then I think there's another thing that I want to mention, but sometimes I personally feel like, and this could be a projection potentially. I'm still processing everything, but sometimes I feel like sometimes, okay, let me try to paint the scenario for you guys, right? This is how I feel sometimes in my relationship with God, right? This is Tom and this is Jerry, okay? This is Tom and this is Jerry. Tom steals. Okay, sorry guys, it cut because y'all, it's very very hot where I am. So my phone tends to get really really hot and then overheats, and then I have to put it in the fridge so that it can cool down. So I might have to do that like every 15 minutes, but we'll try. I'm kind of dedicated to getting this video out to y'all. Anyways, the example that I'm trying to make is that this is Tom, this is Jerry. Tom steals sweets, Jerry also steals sweets. Tom gets held accountable, Jerry doesn't. Tom gets a lecture, Tom gets a conversation, Tom gets sat down and talked about how what he's done is not okay. And not only that, Jerry in the conversation is like, yeah, Tom, God is right. What you did was wrong. God doesn't say anything about Jerry. But Tom getting the heat. Tom is getting the heat from God and from Jerry. But Tom and Jerry did the same. Y'all did the same crime. I don't understand. And I'm Tom in the situation. I feel like Tom. I feel like that's how I feel like in my relationship with God. I am not against accountability. I'm not against, like, that is the whole concept of growing. How are you supposed to grow if you're not able to reflect, if you're not able to be accountable, you know, and just do better in the future. But y'all, in my personal relationship with God, I feel like I'm the only one taking accountability, and everybody else just gets to chill, and I'm the one getting lectures. Like, I just feel like God just sees me and the other person. Babes, you did the crime too. It could be in any scenario, like literally any scenario, whether that's friendships, relationships, like with anybody. It's like if someone else does something that is not okay, it's cool. When I do it, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it just feels like God is holding an entire conference. He's got the whole angels. I feel like I'm in court. I have to always defend myself. Like, I low-key always feel like I'm kind of like in defense mode lately in my relationship with God. I just find myself in situations like, obviously, me and God, we have our good times. I'm not gonna hold you. I love God. I love that man down. You know what I mean? He has changed my life. I love him. I love him down. But there's just moments in my life where I'm like, what is this one-sided energy, bro? Why am I always getting the heat? And then the other guy who's done the same thing I did, they get off scot-free. What is this? Yeah. Basically. Anyways, told you guys a little bit about the breakup and how I'm navigating that. And it's not just the breakup I'm navigating, but it's also the God that I was talking to about the guy and the conversations that God and I were having about this man. Obviously, if I'm dating a man, I'm going to be talking to God about you. I'm going to be talking to God about you. I'm going to be talking about you to God. I'm going to be telling God. I'm going to be asking God for advice. You know, and guys, I don't want to talk about that anymore. And then the other second thing that I am navigating is that I went through a friendship breakup just the day before me and my ex-partner broke up. I had a breakout with my friend, my best friend at the time. And honestly, guys, I don't feel like I have the energy to even talk about this because, yeah, this friendship breakup honestly hurts more than the romantic relationship breakup. Like, it hurts so much more, bro. Like, what? And it's yet another thing that just does not make sense. It does not make sense. Anyways, I want to reference somebody. If any of you guys watch Rati, right? Rati Supremacy. I love Rati. I started watching her YouTube videos not too long ago, and I just love everything about her. I love her vibe. I love her personality. I love how authentic she is. I just love her. And she posted a video. I think I'll take a screenshot and put it on here. But she posted a video opening up a little bit about her childhood and stuff like that. And when I tell you guys, I resonated so much. I don't want to say I'm low-key embarrassed to say I resonated so much, but you know, she touched on things that when I watched that video, I realized, oh my gosh, I've never talked about these kind of things, and I've never honestly had the courage to admit that these things happened in my childhood. But I feel like maybe what has happened to me as a kid might be manifesting itself in my relationship with God and always feeling like I'm on defense mode. But to cut a long story short, when I was a kid, bro, I was kicked out of every friend group I had. Every single friend group I had, I was kicked out. Until this day, I don't know why. Like, I personally don't know why. I would be in a friend group for maybe like 8 months, and then usually it happens on like a Monday. Then on a Monday, I'll be like, hey guys, and everybody's just like, and I'm just like, what? And then one girl from the friend group will be like, yeah, we don't want to be friends with you anymore. And I'll be like, oh damn. And then I'll be part of another friend group, and then the same thing will just keep happening. Like, keep happening all the time. And you know, I'm not saying that I'm the most amazing and glorious person to be around. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if I have done something to offend people, I would appreciate you tell me. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because this is exactly why me and my ex-friend are no longer friends anymore, because I did something that she didn't like. She didn't talk to me about it. She didn't address it. She suppressed it until she exploded, and then when she exploded, so did the friendship. Don't we just love that? Don't we just love that? I did something that I wasn't aware was harmful, right? I was not, it didn't click in my brain. I did something that made her feel uncomfortable. She didn't talk to me about it. And what's worse, as I said, it kind of like it connects to my child. Guys, I've been processing so many things. Like it actually sucks. It genuinely actually sucks. But it's like it was so connected to my childhood that I would be part of a friend group and I would have done something and nobody would tell me, and everybody would know, and they would be talking about it in their groups and in their cliques, and then on one fine Monday they would say, okay, we're gonna ghost her, we're not gonna talk to her, and then we appoint you to be the one to relay the news to her. And the same thing happened. This friend was talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry about me. Talking to Tom, Dick, and Harry. Telling Tom, Dick, and Harry, oh my gosh, Dumela did this. Oh my gosh, Dumela, can you believe it? What do you think about it? Oh my gosh, what do you think about what she did? Right. I don't understand, babes. I really just don't understand why nobody, like, why. Guys, honestly, it just it really breaks my heart, dude. Like, it breaks my heart. I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know, dude. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always felt like, you know what, there's probably something wrong with me. I know there's something wrong with me. And I think that's why I've been so passionate about self-growth and self-improvement and looking within, because I feel like nobody is willing to, like, nobody loves me enough to tell me when I'm wrong. So I need to always be so self-aware to make sure that when I make a mistake, I need to be aware of it. And if I am not aware of a mistake that I make, I will lose somebody. I will lose somebody. It has been displayed. If I ever make a mistake and I am not conscious of the mistake I'm making, I am dead bones. Somebody's walking out of my life. Somebody's gonna look at that mistake and say, Dumela is a piece of shit, and I'm leaving. No. But before they do that, they're gonna look at my mistake. The first thought that they're gonna think is that let me talk about her behind her back to everybody else for a couple weeks. And in between those weeks, smiling in my face, hey girl, how you doing? Hey girl, you look so good. Girl, you look so good. I look so good, but you're talking behind my back about something that I did that I wasn't even conscious that I did, that made you uncomfortable, but you're not talking to me about it, but you're playing face in my face. You playing me like a fool for you to come back when you feel like you're ready. And even when you feel like you're ready, you're not even having a conversation with me. You're just bursting to say, listen, dude, do you remember on the 7th of January 1996? Do you remember what you did in 1996? I've been processing that for 30 years, and I've realized that you're a bitch, and I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Basically. Basically. Now, guys, as I said, I'm not a perfect human being. I'm not perfect at all. I have my ways, I have my flaws. But if I do something that does not, if I say something that just doesn't sit the right way, whatever it is, let's rather hash it out. But you know, people are quick to cut off. So maybe like that's just the society we live in. Like, if you do one wrong thing, man, niggas is gonna cut you off. Like, I'm sorry, but like, to be perfect in order to have people in your life. Because if you display any ounce of being imperfect, and you know, I feel like my relationship with God is really suffering because of that, because I don't know how. I just, like, I feel like if I make one tiny mistake in my walk with God, I'm so scared God is gonna cut me off. I'm so scared that God is gonna cut me off. If I make one silly mistake, if I dare fall into temptation, God is done with me. No, babe, God is. Do you see what everybody else has done to you, Mela? If you dare rub God the wrong way, oh, baby, He's gonna drop you like hot potato. If you do not get it together, like. Hey guys, voiceover Mela here. You know, I'm editing this video and I actually just remembered that I had an incident at church. I had an incident where I was really close with someone from church. Hey guys, I need to tell you guys a story because when I tell you guys that this has happened so many times in my life, I am not lying. Anyways, I was really close to this person at church, and when I say close, I mean close. Like, we were cool, we were close, like everything was great. And then we ended up going to a conference, went to a conference with a whole bunch of other ladies together with this person. And guys, I kid you not, we went to the conference was great. We get back from the conference. Tell me why I realized I was blocked on WhatsApp and the person didn't want to talk to me. I was blocked on WhatsApp, and guys, I'm telling you guys, till this day, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did this person till this day. And they blocked me on WhatsApp and they never wanted to talk to me. And when I approached them and I was like, listen, dude, like, I realized that you've been acting weird. Like, is there something that I did on the trip, something that I said? And this person was just like, I don't want to talk about it. And we never spoke about that incident. Never spoke about that incident. So, I mean, you guys can imagine just how am I supposed to feel? Like, how many times is this gonna keep happening to me, dog? Literally, guys, I'm cool with somebody. We go on a church trip. Everything is great. We come back from the church trip. I have been blocked on WhatsApp. The person is not talking to me. At church, this person is not talking to me. When we're at church, this person is giving me dirty looks. What did I do to you guys? Why is everybody like, guys, like, what is it? Like, please, if there's something wrong with me, tell me. Because why do y'all literally hate me? Like, nobody wants anything to do with me, guys. Like, that's how I lose almost every single person in my life. We're cool, and in the one moment, the person is just like, nah, actually, like I'm cool on you. And I'm pretty sure, who knows, I'm pretty sure this person told like Tom, Dick, and Harry as well, everything that I did. But that person never ever came to me and told me why they stopped talking to me. Okay. Anyways, y'all, I'm so sorry my phone overheated again. So I don't even remember where I was, but yeah, it's taken me a long time to process everything. And I just think, especially with the friendship, it's just hard when you feel like someone just lets go of you because of, but I don't know how, I'm assuming that I was cut off for one mistake, but who knows? Like, what if I did that mistake multiple times and, she was just suppressing and not talking to me about it and not saying anything about it. But, kudos to her, man. Like, kudos to her, you know? Yeah, like, kudos to her. I get to learn valuable lessons. I'm really upset though. I was trying to be sarcastic, but really, I'm just really upset about how all of that played out. And yeah, it's been hard. Like, going to church has been hard. Yeah, going to church has been hard, dude. Like, I just, nah. Like, I've been praying, I've been talking to God, I've been reading my Bible. But yeah, like, God feels so far away. And I think that just kind of confirms the belief that maybe he doesn't want anything to do with me. Like, maybe I'm just not good enough. And I've just been feeling like that lately. I feel like I'm not good enough, I feel like I've tried so much to do everything that God has asked me to do. I've tried so much to be the best version of myself that I can be. I've tried so hard to surrender my life to God and just walk in His laws and everything. I feel like I've tried, and it doesn't matter how much I try. I just feel like I'll never be good enough for God. And I really don't know what to do with that feeling. And even when I surrender it to Him, it kind of sounds like He's not saying anything. Like He's really quiet. God has been really, really like, it's kind of like He left with those people, you know? With my ex-partner, with my ex-friend, it's kind of like He broke up with me too. When they broke up with me, so did He. When they were shaking their heads at me in disapproval, it feels like He was doing the same thing. It feels like a Tom and Jerry situation where, like, I made my mistakes, you made my mistakes, but God is talking to me, reprimanding me, and God is standing like this, shaking his head at Tom, and Jerry's also shaking his head at Tom. When Tom and Jerry did the same thing, y'all both stole sweets. That's kind of what it feels like. Just everybody is shaking their heads in disapproval to me. Like I was the only one who did a wrong. Like it was just me. We all made mistakes. Hello. Do we not? You know, kind of feels like that. So it feels like God broke up with me too. You know, when my ex-friend broke up with me, kind of felt like, you know, God was kind of like on her side, like, yeah, like, come on, girl, let's lead that girl, you know? And even with my ex-partner, I mean, he seems to be doing really well. I'm happy for him, but yeah, it really looks like God is on his side and not on mine. I'm just like, I feel so alone, and I just feel like I have to defend myself like I've always done my whole life. It's just always me. It's just always Tamela. She can just never get it right. And it hurts. It hurts more than words can begin to describe. I can't even describe it. And I just keep replaying everything in my brain every single day. I replay that last conversation I had with my friend. I replay that last conversation I had with my partner at the time. I just keep replaying those conversations over and over in my head every single day. And it's like I don't get a break from it. And they seem happy and they seem to be doing well. And I'm still stuck in the past, still trying to navigate and make sense of everything. Nothing is making sense, and when I reach out for God and ask for his help and ask for his perspective, he's silent, almost as if his silence is confirming that he disapproves of me too, and that he might also want nothing to do with me, just as they didn't want anything to do with me either. Just as almost so many people are just like, nah, actually, I'm good, you know? And me and God went through something similar in October, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, October was so scary. Because I really think October was the time where, and I really thought that I was no longer gonna have a relationship with God. It felt like it was so scary. October was such a scary month for me, and October was actually when everything started falling apart. So I really don't know where to from now. And in October, I was mentally preparing myself to not have God in my life anymore. I was already preparing myself to be self-sufficient, you know, because it felt like God was telling me, I'm tired. I'm tired of you, dog. I'm tired of giving you grace. I'm tired, dog, because you've been baptized for so long and it just seems like you just can't get it right. Like, what is so hard about just being a freaking holy person? Just be damn holy. That's all I say. Just be holy. Just pray. Have the fruits of the spirit. Like, it's really not that hard. Like, what is your problem? What is your problem, dog? No, that's what it felt like in October. It just felt like God was so sick of me. Yo, it felt like God was sick of me. And then after that feeling, friendship breakup, romantic relationship breakup. Was kind of stranded, and things were tough. The end of 2025, sometime in December, me and God got into it. We got into like a heated argument, and I was angry at him. Um, and I don't know. I don't feel like, I don't know if God appreciates me. I don't know if I feel appreciated in my relationship with God. I appreciate him. I make it a point to vocalize how much he means to me and what a huge role he plays in my life. And I try. I try, but I don't know if I'm good enough for him. I don't know. I don't know if he wants anything to do with me. Um, and it's hard. And I mean, like, it's not that I don't know the truth. Like, I know that Jesus died for me, and I know all of those things. But yeah, it's really hard. And I have been struggling. And I think it's time for me to just be vocal about that. I have really been trying to play it cool. Like, I'm okay. Meanwhile, I'm not. I actually can't remember. It's been so many weeks since I've been to church. I don't really know, dude. I don't really feel appreciated. I don't feel like, I don't feel like anybody values me. Anyone but my mom, I mean, she gave birth to me. But, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. So, I've been in my head a lot. It's been hard. It's been super hard, I've been trying to show up, but showing up has been very difficult. And my mental health is so crazy. Like, for the first time in a really long time, I miss my psychologist. Like, I miss having someone who will listen and validate me. Because as I said, I talk to God, and I talk to you, you don't talk back. Trying to find out where your heart's at. I know you're real, I never doubt that. I know you was with me when that car crashed. Conversations with God got me like. Conversations with God got me like. Shane Eagle snapped with that song. When Shane Eagle, that song, Conversations with God, yeah, no, he wrote that song for me. So that's how I feel, and I don't know. I don't know how long is this feeling gonna last. I don't know how many times am I gonna go through this. I don't know if I'm the only one. If everybody's just like, their relationship with God is just rosy. Everything is great. I'll just trust God. Trust Him, baby. Read your Bible. Baby, I read my Bible. Baby, I pray. Ain't nothing happening. It's not like it's changing anything. The feeling still lingers. And maybe it has nothing to do with God. Maybe it's just a belief I've held on. Something that, just wounds that haven't healed from my childhood. And I knew, like, ever since I was a kid, I naturally did struggle to make friends. I feel like I low-key blamed it on the fact that maybe I was weird. Maybe people thought I was just too weird. And nobody was interested in being my friend. But yeah, man, it's hard, guys. I'm having a hard time, and I guess that kind of sums up where I've been and why I have not been on YouTube, and why it's been so hard for me to film long form content, because there's just been so much on my mind. And even though I try to pull up and try to, like, let's spend a day together, let's do a weekly vlog, let's do a weekend vlog, it just hasn't felt authentic. So I just thought to myself, maybe if I just put it all out there and just bare my soul, then it will be easier for me to kind of just get back on here. But yeah, I'm thinking of if there's anything else I want to add. I think despite all of those horrible things, there has been some goodness. I feel like there's just so much of myself that is coming back to life, and I really do appreciate that. And I think a part of my anger as well is I feel like I've sacrificed so much for God. I've sacrificed so much in my relationship with God for me to feel like this. I don't think I should be feeling like this, you know? I feel like I've given up myself, I've given up my identity, I've given up songs I used to love, I've given up shows I love to watch. I've given up so many things because God didn't approve of it. God doesn't approve of certain songs having cuss words in it, so I don't listen to them. God doesn't approve of certain series I watch having sex scenes in it, so I stop watching it. Like, I feel like I've given up so much for God to just say, like, I'm gonna stop doing all of these things so that I can please you, to live a life that pleases you. And I'm trying to please God so much, and I'm not even pleased. Who's pleasing me? Because I'm trying to please God so much, but every day I wake up and I am unpleased. I feel empty. There's a void in my soul, in my spirit. No amount of praying, no amount of fasting, no amount of Bible studies helping. Nothing's helping. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, babes? So, yeah, man, and this is just me being honest. I know, like, I want to say it's kind of taboo. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Okay, you might be Christian. I'm not offending you. I'm not trying to offend God. I'm just being honest about where I am in my life right now and how I feel in my relationship with God. I'm not trying to. It is not my intention to offend your beliefs, to offend your God. If we pray to the same God, please don't be offended by what I say. You may feel very loved by God. That's your experience. But for me right now, I don't. I don't feel very loved by him. I actually don't feel him at all. I'm actually starting to question that, does he even exist the way he's so far? He's so far. It's like I need a pair of binoculars just to try to hope and see I can spot him in the sky. And as I say, dude, please, I don't mean to be offensive, but I also hope that there's a space for me to be honest and vulnerable about my own experience. You can have a totally, like, everybody has a different experience. You may have a total different experience with God. Someone else has a totally different experience with God. And that is just my current experience right now. And I'm navigating it as best as I know how. But I tried, guys. I really tried. But that's it. If you would love to follow me on my other socials, I am on the TikToki and I'm on the Instagrizzy. Go ahead, okay? Because if there's one thing about it, my creativity for short form content has been up there. So, I mean, praise God. That's a plus. We thank God for that. My creativity for short form content has honestly, like, flourished. And even my confidence in short form content, chef's kiss. I'm always having an idea, bouncing off of other people's ideas. When I see other people, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should do something similar. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. So, if I'm not on here, best believe you'll catch me on there. Engage a little bit if that's where you want to be. And I hope you do stick around. Hope we can talk, we can chat. If you have some advice for your girl, please leave it down below. If you've been in a similar situation like me, if you have been the person on the other side where someone hurt you and you didn't say anything about it, and give me some perspective, because obviously, like, me and my ex best friend, we don't talk anymore. We're not in communication, so I'm just out here trying to make sense of things by myself. So if you've ever been in a similar situation, let me know. And yeah, let's connect, let's talk. But thank you for everybody who's here and for your bravery to hold space for me. I really do appreciate it, and I value that, and I really need it, because I just feel like there is no space for me anywhere. And yeah, but I know that I'm not gonna feel like this forever, guys. I've been through worse. Like, I've been through worse. That's the craziest thing. Like, this hurts so much to think of the fact that I've been through even worse than this. What's going on? God, like, your goodness would be really appreciated right now. But I know that I'm gonna get through this, and there's a lot that I get to learn, and even in the most painful situations, I know and I'm going to use this opportunity to grow as best as I can and to just become the most authentic version and to just learn all the lessons and to become better and to be better. So yes, it hurts right now, and I just want to take you guys along with me. So maybe we can even start a series titled Better Me series, you know, where I just try to be better, try to be better. The friendship has ended, the relationship has ended. I made my mistakes, and I want to learn how to do better and to be better, and I want to learn from those mistakes that I made in that relationship and in that friendship. So join me guys on this journey as we become better. I love you guys all so much. I hope you're doing good. Please, I could take a break. I would love to take a break from what I'm going through, and I would love to just listen to what you got going on. So if your life is good and rosy, please tell me about it. I could use some light and some hope right now. If things are going a little shaky, let me know as well. You know, let's talk about it. And I would love to hold space for you as well in the same way that you've held space for me. And I think sometimes just talking about it really does help. And I've been keeping this in my heart and in my soul for so long. It's driving me nuts that I actually have to, I just have to puke it out because it's genuinely making me nauseous. But anyway, I love you guys so much, and I hope that I can start vlogging again. But I am asking that you guys give me grace and know that I'll be back. Okay, YouTube will always have my heart. I'm dying to get back, but I also just don't want to rush the process and just give myself the time that I need. But as soon as I'm on here, I will be on here, okay? And we'll be back to our regular scheduling. As for now, life is not that nice and we're just trying our best. But thank you guys so much for being here, and I will definitely 100% see you guys in my next video.